Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. It is a monster match-up, Jim Beglin.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive match-up, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
And this is now today's lineup.
Well, look, it's going to be a very hard job to make sure that the lone man up front doesn't get isolated.
Well, that is the obvious worry, isn't it?
Yeah, usually managers play a compact midfield when trying not to give away space, but it gives you little scope when trying to create and exploit space yourself.
So emphasis very much on defence.
Absolutely.
So that's got things underway. Ugarte. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, the goalkeeper, Kepa. He never seems to get flustered or lose his composure. That kind of calmness is infectious too, and should help the defence in front of him play with a little more confidence. He's also good on the ball, so keep an eye out for those quick passes to the forward line.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And we have our very first corner. Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Decent hit! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's going for goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Smith. Now Tavernier. Kerkez. Semenyo. Kluivert. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's an inviting ball. Zabani tries to clear. Manchester United have their second corner now. Adams is there to clear. And it's Shaw. Zabani attempts a clearance.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Kluivert. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Great defending, strong and determined. Looking for options for movement. And he's there to belt it away. Corner number 3 coming up. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's well done, really robust. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Smith just loves to go forward whenever he can. And he's managed to get free.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Zabani with the clearance. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Tavernier. That's a throw. That looks a cracking ball. And through to the goalkeeper. Diogo Dalot. Not the most accurate pass. Eva Nielsen. Ugarte. Bruno Fernandes looking to get on the end of this. Tavernier. Chips it through. That's a decent clearance. Tavernier. Kirkes. Here's Adams. Oh, this looks sharp. And he was quick to react. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Eva Nielsen. Kluivert. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Martinez is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Ugarte. And Dalot. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Eva Nielsen. Semenyo. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Hoyland.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Adams. Tavernier. Brooks. And there's the end of the first half. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless.
For everybody to please kindly
So your views on the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Here we go again.
Manchester United clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Bruno Fernandes. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Kluivert. Out to the left it goes. Semenyo providing an outlet on that flank. Bruno Fernandes. Ugarte. Well, that pass isn't the best. Tavernier. Kirkes. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Garnacho. For sure. Garnacho. Kluivert. Semenyo. Couldn't squeeze it through. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Diogo Dalot. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Now it's Brooks. Great ball if he can get there. Can he finish? Really well taken goal.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Bournemouth are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worked a treat.
The attendance for this match was 70,987.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort.
He's got the shot away! A real chance and a real let-off. Casemiro, and it's Shaw. That has been knocked clear.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Bournemouth have it back and can go again. That is good alertness. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Ugarte. He's had it taken off him. Short changes him with that pass. Eva Nielsen. Quality ball. Hoyland. No, he's just misjudged that one. Bruno Fernandes. Chance! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Half an hour gone in the second half. That has ended up in no man's land. Brooks. Casemiro. And Dallo. Ugarte. Martinez. Ugarte.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And he's had it nicked away. Kluivert looking to add to his goal. Garnacho. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Bruno Fernandes.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Garnacho. Garnacho! He's got away with one there. Bournemouth clearly now in lead preservation mode.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That looks a good ball through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Adams. Brooks, who's set up one goal so far. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?